Om Shanti. With the speciality of unity and faith, become full of success, complete and perfect. It is only through this godly knowledge that the establishment of one religion, one kingdom, and one direction will take place in the world. The speciality of this Brahmin gathering, of yours, will then continue in a practical way in the deity form. This speciality will perform wonders. It is through this that the name will be glorified and revelation will take place. Therefore, become number one in this speciality. For this, finish your main sanskars, copy Bap Dada's sanskars, and become complete and perfect. And the Father will then be visible in each one of you, and revelation will take place. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today's day 19. With the speciality of unity and faith, become full of success. Today's topic, complete and perfect. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Happy Sadguruvar to everyone. Just invoke the omens of Jupiter on you so that no eclipse can affect you. Because if the omens are consistent, then there cannot be any eclipse. Right? Because whether from the past karmic account, whether it's from any impurity, some of the things create eclipse. And we have to be free from that. Chandamani Dadi always takes something what is needed in the yagya, especially in the beginning. There are many things, many stories which Baba tried to see that children can, eat whatever. So what used to happen that when, the vegetable or sabji they make is very nice, very sweet. So rotis will finish. Right? And some days a lot of rotis were left because that day was eggplant or something like a lot of people don't eat. So then Baba created a system that everyone write on the board how many rotis you will eat. Because these days, like we have roti, we make selwani and we make khakra, no fit use it. But in those days, because there was no cooler, no fridge, so they have to use it, the same evening. So Baba said, everyone write how many rotis you will eat. So that day, let's say when there is very good sabji like kofta or paneer or something like that, then they want more roti. but they have written 2, so they will get 2. So Baba like kind of try to create something which can help children. And then what Baba used to say, that it is your thought also. One is, of course, you don't like it. Other is, sometimes, thought can also create some difficulty. So one time Baba said, everyone will get chach and millet roti. Every evening you eat millet khichdi right now. Millet roti is so popular now. Many people don't eat wheat and they want millet. But in those days, and especially, there were many from very royal families like Queen Mother, Ratan Mohini Dadis, Devi Mata. They just ate little, something very soft and all that. So when Baba says only millet roti and chach, buttermilk, right? So a lot of people said, how will we digest? Will it digest? Not digest? Like lot of thoughts. But Queen Mother and Devi Mata, they just ate it and nothing happened to them. They took half, may not be full. And there are others who had a lot of wasteful thoughts. They all got sick. So Baba was also kind of showing that it is your mind also. Like that is saying, while eating, you make faces, and while eating, so how will Baba join you? When Baba will say, oh, you are my bridegroom, and I can't eat with you because the way you make faces for Brahma Bhojan. So she is giving very practical example that how many of you don't eat eggplant? Huh? बैंगन कौन कौन नहीं खाते? बहुत है. Some jokingly say बैंगन जैसा रंग है और गुण भी कोई नहीं है. But it has lot of iron. Anyway. So Baba says complete and perfect. It is only through this godly knowledge that the establishment of one kingdom, one religion, and one direction, Baba says, will take place in the world, is through this godly knowledge. One kingdom, one religion, everything one will be established. The speciality of the Brahman gathering of viewers will then continue in a practical way in the deity form. These days, Baba doesn't talk about angelic deity form. You all must have gone to temples, no, before coming to Gyan. Yeah? How many of you? Everyone did some bhakti, right? So the attraction which they have, Krishna, like whether people believe him as a god or not, but they love Krishna. So divine. Baba says that this speciality will perform wonders. It is through this that the name will be glorified and revelations will take place. So every day Baba had been saying that it is through us there will be revelation. Yes, maybe sometimes in Murli you need mic souls, you need VIP souls, but now Baba keeps saying, you all will reveal Baba. Individually, like you talk about God, some and immediately feel it, from your stage. So deity form, you all have to think more about it. So Baba said, therefore become number one in this speciality. Baba says, for this, finish your main sanskar. So everyone thought about which is your main sanskar. Which is our main sanskar. Bab Dada's sanskars, and become complete and perfect with the Father. Baba says, Father will then be visible in each one of you, and revelation will take place. It's so interesting. No, there are some reference of some of the that how when gopis were there, Krishna manifested, and there were so many Krishnas, and so Baba is saying that uh, revelation through you will happen when there is divine form. So again, the thought will be, what is Baba's main sanskar? Because really, if you sometimes I kind of think about Baba's main praise or virtues, the first one, which is ever pure. No, because Baba's name itself is Sadashiv. That means always. Sada means consistent, right? Now that is the main sanskar. Baba's. So what I have to do, be consistent. Not like up and down. Today this, tomorrow this. Throughout the day, so many stages we go through, right? Sada Shiv. Shiv means benevolent, right? Ever, always think about good of everyone. Say तुम्हारा भला हो. Everyone. Even someone doesn't behave properly with you, but you say no. Like Sadashiv. And I feel that second quality of Baba is knowledgeful. He is ever pure and he is knowledgeful. So that's why Baba keeps saying it is through worldly knowledge that one religion, one kingdom, all that will be established. So everyone, all Brahmins, everyone has to churn the knowledge, use the knowledge. So divine image will automatically emerge. So when there is purity, there is knowledge, then all other virtues, love, peace, happiness, all will emerge. So I always keep this in my mind. Always think good about others. Whatever that person is and does. But I have to keep giving this blessing of that there will be benefit. And then all other qualities will emerge in a very natural. So keeping Baba's sanskars, Baba's virtues in mind. Even he is almighty because of his purity. And that is why when Baba comes, lot of emphasis on purity. And that purity is changing from tamo to rajo to sato pradhan. Because it's not only viceless, but remembrance of Baba make us Satopradhan. Just imagine when we are Satopradhan in golden age, there is abundance. Nature is friendly. Everything is number one. And that will happen at confluences also. As much you become Satopradhan, everything comes from nature, from souls, and very, very beautiful. So just keep all this in mind, and if whatever is your main, Baba is very sweet by saying sanskar, but it's like weakness, right? And change that into Baba's virtues. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good morning. Good evening. Good night. Hello, Brother Ramprakash.
Yes.
Well, let me describe a little bit of the atmosphere I'm experiencing. And I'm sitting in a room with brothers and sisters who are taking direct in-person drishti from Didi. And I'm looking at the screen that is mounted on the wall, and I think you're in the gallery. All of you, Avyakti Parivar on Zoom, in your little rooms, you're in the gallery. Do you feel as though you're in the gallery? Huh? Well, I could see your smiles. It's nice. So, Didi, I want to start the conversation, and Bhumiben, you will signal me when to stop. I want to start with what Daddy Chandramani, she's quite entertaining. And of course, she was called the Lioness of Punjab. And she definitely was a lioness. She was fearless. And she was talking about food. And she was talking about, today is Thursday here, we're going to be offering bhog to Baba. And when that bhog is offered to Baba and offered to us, do we accept it if it's a milk product? No, because we're vegan. But do we accept it? If Bap Dada was there, and Bap Dada or Brahma Baba, Sakar Baba was there, and he took that bhog and say, open your mouth. I want to drop this in your mouth. What would you say?
I'm vegan.
I'm vegan, Baba. Near vegan. I'm near vegan.
Gluten free. Yeah, that's.
We would just want that drishti and just that little drop, the chatrak with the gyan, the body, for that little drop coming with such power. So I think she was reminding us of that power. But what she was, I think she was speaking about the days that they were in Kunj Bhavan. And I visited Kunj Bhavan last year, February, I was there. And I went to this place that is now a military parking lot, but used to be the garden that they planted vegetables in. And when you saw Mama and Baba in the garden planting,
that was in Kunj Bhavan.
That was near to Kunj, that was in Clifton.
Clifton.
And I so wanted to go in and put my feet on that land because I know that was the land that fed them. Because when they left Hyderabad and came to Karachi, they had to do everything for themselves. So they had to plant this garden to get vegetables because it wasn't a vegetable eating kind of community. It was Sindh. It was that kind of a community. And so they were planting their little things, their vegetables. And so imagine when they would cook that vegetable that was really planted by Mama and Baba, we saw pictures of it, how much they valued it. So imagine Baba planted that baigan and it came now and it's offered to Shiv Baba and I'm making a face, Baba, I don't like baigan. Oh, God. What would be the state? That's what she was talking about. Did I consider Baba planting that? Did I consider the time the family took to do that for me? So, Didi, what do you think? How would you describe to us the value that those daddies had for Brahma Bhojan and the value we have for it today?
I eat bangan, but sometimes I don't want to. Then there is potato in bangan. So I tell them, give me potato. Anyway, there is always, you know, today they have something special in Tapovan for RCs. And so they called me that, what do you eat these days? Because with the age and recommendations by your doctor, all that, what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. I think that we all have value, right? So if Baba, Brahma Baba days, very popular bhog was pida, little pedas, which in London still, when Dadi Janki was there, even now they make peda in their bhog tray, there is always peda. And they give you peda, I mean, vegan and gluten-free is this modern now. And some reasons they say because the way they planted or wheat now, it's not same as the cows are not fed properly. There are certain reasons that people have kind of moved away from that. Because during Brahma Baba's time, maybe cows were not fed with meat or, which is very common now. So I think that time has changed. But one is the taste and other is bhavana, right? Why I'm thinking and answering, because I also do sometimes. I also, especially a lot of masala, a lot of chili, and everything, when I see. So I just say, can I get something plain? Can I get something boiled? And I think that everything is offered to Baba, no? Like double foreigners, they like steam food. And every night they want chips, no, fried potato. Every night they want that French
Two
fries.
ends of the spectrum.
So I think that everything, whatever is offered to Baba is called Brahma Bhojan, right? And these days, I think they also find out that what will be generally eaten, and they don't want to necessarily force you to eat something. So I think that Baba also listens to us. So in Bhandara, they make whatever. There is a choice. I remember when double foreigners, we were all in Gyan Sarovar. So our breakfast is bread and jam, thepla and potato sabji, and dalia, 4 5 things, yogurt, milk. So why they keep variety? So that if you like bread butter, take it. If you like thepla and potato, eat it. Whatever choice is there. So they didn't know. So they went like this in line and took everything. It's a big breakfast. I said, it's not that. You are supposed to take, you can't have yogurt and milk together, right? You cannot have, just take whatever you think salty, because they said they never heard there could be salty, like thepla as breakfast. So these days, what I recommend, that whatever is cooked and offered to Baba is Brahma Bhojan. And we should, and there is always one thing I find, that like these days, every day, morning, evening, noon time, they have potatoes every time. They have dal or beans, something. That means maybe that there is one thing because of allergy or because of any reason, could be taste also. But there are other things you can accept. So I think that the value of Brahma Bhojan, that money comes from Shiv Baba's Bhandari, goes in the kitchen, food is cooked, then it's called Brahma Bhojan. We don't call it Shiv Bhojan. We say Shiv Bhandari, Brahma Bhojan. No, before Dadis used to come and before Brahma Bhojan, they used to say Shiv Baba ke Bhandare se, Brahma Bab ke Bhandare se, Brahma Bhojan Savikar karo. No, they used to announce this in a beautiful way. So I think we maintain our bhavna and we also respect, definitely health may not be taste. And then whatever is there, you eat whatever. You don't need to eat everything. You eat whatever you like. So I think we can have both bhavna and also not because of necessarily taste, but also health purposes. Like some people can't eat cauliflower, cabbage because they said create gas, or broccoli some like, some don't like. So there are certain things, but so we all should maintain our bhavna in Brahma Bhojan and also take care of your health is also important.
So there's a balance in.
Yeah, because if pakora, samosa, we don't want to eat. I'm just saying. I mean, I haven't eaten for few years now, samosa or pakora and all that. And so I think we have to go by, balance is good word.
So it means then at the beginning, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be at the end. You're in the 90th year of the Brahma Kumaris. For me personally, I think we are on the home stretch. So we're all heading home and we have 10 years to do whatever it is we want to do. So
why are you saying 10 years? Because of 100 years?
Because of 100 in the confluence. I go by what Baba says. I don't go by human interpretations. I'm sorry.
So Baba said 100 years
confluence age.
10
yes,
more
he did.
years.
100 years for the confluence. It's 9th year for Shivratri. And so in those days, it was a collective consciousness. They were all making efforts. They were all together. They were all unified in purpose. They were all obedient more than disciplined. I don't think they were disciplined. They were obedient to the Srimad, to Baba. They operated more on the power of yoga. They were not influenced by human beings. They were nothing called influencers. The daddies were never called influencers. But today it's almost individualistic. You grow as individuals, you make your choices as individuals, you become very independent. And so when it comes to unity, like Baba was talking about, the one kingdom, the one religion, the one family, the one language, how will we, because we're so strong, you could see it, the individuality has become so strong. How would we open up again to the collective?
See, whatever Baba says, that beginning will be end. I think there will be a lot of sudden changes in individuals also, because there is still a lot of self-interest in doing things. If I do service, my photo should come. If I do service I should stand next to VIP. Not only that, there is a lot of, somebody was saying it's so difficult that you want to take photograph. Like, that when our Dada comes, so many behind will show their face. And we say, is it possible just to see Baba? So they had to put plants, they had to make this big background so that only Baba is seen. So I know that everyone has little desires of whatever, and I mean, it could be common, but it's there. So I think that I have feeling that drama and the time, if I do not change on my own, then drama will teach me in some ways whether change has to happen, because at this time, we love our yagya so much that we cannot see anything wrong which is happening. But some people have made it more like a social thing or even business, everything is money. Let me, you get better because of money or whatever. But all this has to be cleared. All this has to be cleared. And as Baba created that pure yagya, and which is being sustained, because 95% Baba's children are very much together, and they have very sincere desire to be just spiritual. But maybe 5%, and that is visible. Once Dadi Prakash Pani told Dadi Janki that 98% everything is good, but 2% is not proper. But our attention goes to that 2%. And we start seeing that future will be these 2%. Whenever I sit with Sevadharis and some people who are externally, you won't know they are doing their spiritual practice, and they have formed many groups to have chit chat and all that. I was surprised that out of 2019 were spiritually oriented and they're doing good efforts. And if that 2% is creating kind of feeling in others, what's the future of yagya, what's going to happen. So I will still say what Dadi Prakash when he said, 98% is good. 2% are playing around with different things, So, but that 2% will change with 98% plus drama and Baba. Some lessons have to be learned. And it will happen in the end where just pure yagya, everything will be very spiritual. Now it is very social, lot of social now. I mean, Brahma Baba's time, Toli and gift was always there. Everyone got Toli, everyone got. We used to get dairy or small thing, whatever, we always got it. Some of the traditions will continue, but wherever something extra, no? Because it's, I always remember when I see mothers, uh, they don't have money and they put $1. There is one mother we have from Nepal, and she is little blind these days, but I don't know from where $1. Then her son brings her, and they say, we want to give something to Sister Mohini. So that's how I know it. And she has $1 bag, and she brings it. So when you see that how the way $1 is given by poor ones or those who don't make money. So for me, when I spend, I always think about that the way it is given, it should be also used in a economical way. It's not you have to be miser, but you have to be economical, isn't it? If I can save $2 somewhere, then it will increase and that can be used in some task. So that originality in yagya, where there was simplicity and royalty. Food was always good. Very simple, but very tasty. Those days, Bhuli Dadi was the main in charge, and she will get food very, Pandavavan food is still they feel is the most tasty food. So I think that it will happen. The original yagya will manifest in its own way.
Okay, the time is up, but Bhumi, give me one. Because this me is what I wanted to ask you. In the Avyakt signal, and it's connected to today's Murli, when you're going to, you must have said it like 6 times in the Murli.
This one, yeah.
And then he talked about your sanskar, your main sanskar, and then he talked about his sanskars. He talked about his. He says you should have his sanskars, you should imbibe Baba's sanskars. So the omens of Jupiter is considered to be one of the highest omens in the world. Like they said, 2026 actually started with the omens of Jupiter. And so it comes around 12 years for one individual kind of birth in their birth horoscope. And it brings a lot of the beautiful things that Baba always talks about. So for me, when he talks about the omens of Jupiter, always be under the omens of Jupiter, is he saying always be influenced by the sanskaras of Bapdada? Because if we are in, and there's a heavy influence of individuals on individuals in the world today. I mean, you see it in countries, in terms of governments, you see it in terms of celebrities.
Language.
And that is a heavy, if you ask even a Brahmin, why are you doing that? Well, so-and-so said I should do it. But why? I don't know. I'm just doing it because so-and-so said. But being influenced by the omens of Jupiter is not just following blindly what Baba is saying, but it's opening up those similar sanskars in you that brings you to a connection to a truth that is embedded in soul consciousness. How do we go back to those omens of Jupiter so we can not concentrate on the sanskars we have to remove, but on the sanskars that make us like him?
I mean, I will say that Shrimad, to understand Shrimad, but yesterday or this morning when I read Murli, Baba was saying that if you don't listen to Murli properly, how will you know what is Shrimad? So that means when we are listening to Murli, Baba is kind of directing us, this is this, and that's Shrimad. And if we follow Shrimad, there will always be omens of Jupiter, and I think that we all should aim at that, to study properly and clearly. I rather won't do anything what a person says, anything, because let's see what Baba has to tell me, what Baba has to. So as much we keep Satguru Baba in our intellect, Jupiter's omens will be definitely on us. Baba is Baba, Baba is teacher, Baba is Satguru. So that relationship of Sadguru brings the Jupiter omens in a constant way. And of course, as you said, then what Baba is saying, reading Murli, you can just emerge those sanskars, because we are Baba's children and we all have our eternal original sanskars of Baba. Eternal sanskars. So emerge those sanskars most of the time. No? In India, they tell you that there are 7 eternal qualities we have: purity, love, bliss, power, like this. So always keep all that in mind, so that Sadguru Baba and also omens of Jupiter always be on us, so that everything all the time we keep well and everything goes well. Right?
Thank you, Didi.
Okay, Om Shanti.